Hey guys, welcome to vlogmas day 9. I got home yesterday and I slept so much. Like, I wish I could tell you that I did interesting things for my birthday. I did not. I very much slept for 2.5 hours on my birthday in the middle of the day and napped all the way on the train when I was coming back to DC. So that was super fun. Honestly, I'm not even mad about it. I did all the things on my checklist for my birthday, and all that's left is getting brunch with my parents, which is what I'm going to do right now. I slept with my hair in 2 braids last night, and I am happy with the results besides the fact that these 2 pieces are just like completely straight. Like, the rest is wavy and these are just completely straight. That's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, every birthday we try to go have a nice little meal, so we're going to this brunch place. I woke up so late though due to aforementioned lack of sleep that occurred that made me nap for a while yesterday. I just literally did not sleep at all. Like, the morning of December 8th, I stayed up until my train. I did not sleep a wink. That's not an exaggeration. Stayed up the whole night editing, and then literally at 6 o'clock my Uber to the train station came, and I got in that Uber and I got to the train station. And honestly, one of the annoying things, I know I always talk about how much I love Amtrak, but one of the annoying things about Amtrak is that sometimes not all of the cars of the train are going to land on the platform when they make different stops across the coast. So like, for example, if I was gonna stop in Philly, like if I'm in the last car in the train, the platform may be too short for that car to meet the platform. So you have to be in very specific cars sometimes, which can be stressful. So I thought I was gonna be able to do what I typically do and get my seat all by myself, like I always do, because I walk all the way to the back of the train and I never have any trouble getting a space by myself. But clearly other plans were made because I was on a special type of train that made it so that I couldn't sit anywhere but the first car of the train. So I was crammed in there. Everybody had to sit with somebody. It's fine. I'm complaining for no goddamn reason, but still, like, I was supposed to be relaxing, having 2 seats to sleep in. One thing they'll always tell you on Amtrak is, like, don't take up 2 seats. And I'm sorry, but I'm taking up 2 seats until somebody comes and tells me that they want to sit next to me. That's just my reality. That's my truth. This looks kind of goofy in the back. My hair is claw clipped. It looks goofy in the back. I think I'm too lazy to fix that is the issue. I was supposed to have an Invisalign appointment today, but then that got canceled because my trays didn't make it. The one thing I will say though, I'm so overjoyed because my Invisalign treatment ended early, so I'm on like my last box. Not them deciding that they just want to start lawn mowing right now or leaf blowing. Okay, that's very rude. I took you guys out of my bathroom because the whatever lawn care that's happening next to my bathroom window was just really messing with me. But I'm not really gonna do any makeup. I'm just gonna brush up my brows. I'm telling y'all that makes a world of a difference, but it don't feel like anybody's listening to me. And then some lip gloss, like that will make your day. My mom got me these really soft pajamas for my birthday, and they are literally my favorite thing. I'm gonna live in them forever and ever and ever. Like a little hoodie set. People think I'm crazy for sleeping in like thick pajamas. Sometimes it's cold enough. Get off me, okay? And then she also got me this like cozy Sherpa, and it has a hood. I love just like putting my hood up. Like, imagine this vibe. Maybe not when I'm wearing thick PJs, but yes. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed and come back. Okay, this is the fit. The gray jeans from Uniqlo that I wear literally all the time because they're my favorite jeans ever. This sweater is Brandy Melville. I got it a while ago. They may still sell it, but a while ago. And then brown bag. There's a lot of lore behind this brown bag somewhere in my vlogmas videos. We're not bringing it back up, but if you go back and look for it, you'll find it. My go-to perfume, it's from this place called Olfactory NYC. I wish that I could tell you guys how much it costs, where really to get it from. I bet you if you Google it, you'd find the brand, but I got this at a pop-up, so or like an event really, but it smells really good. And then of course, as always, my Hourglass lip oil, lip balm, lip whatever. What are these things called? The ones you crank up. Do I still kind of look like I haven't slept? Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's fine. My secret is when I'm feeling a little bit rough, I will literally just throw on my blue light glasses, and I feel like that just immediately makes me look more put together. I know that makes people who wear glasses to actually be able to see sick to their stomach, but again, I do apologize. All right, I'm going to brunch, so I'll see you guys when I'm back. Okay, hey guys, I'm back. I ate a waffle with chocolate chips on it and eggs and hash browns and turkey sausage, and I was tired, but now I want to go into a food coma. Like, I'm genuinely even more tired than I was before. But last night when I was doing my little read with me video, I read Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. It's literally only a little over 100 pages. I'm on page 56. My plan was to finish it, but like I said, I was so exhausted that I knocked the hell out. I was gone with the wind. But I think I'm gonna finish the rest of it today. It's just so short and it's pretty good. It was gonna be between Graveyard Shift and Hardly Strangers. I have a feeling 831 Stories is gonna become one of my favorite publishers, because this whole concept of having different authors writing these fun little pleasure reads, but then they're also super, super short and they match, like the covers match. I'm just obsessed with that concept. The one thing I really feel like I need to get to and I haven't done yet, and I think it's because I was gone for the first week of December that I'm just not in a mood to do it, is I'm in the Christmas mood, but I'm not in a Christmas decorating mood. Like, I have no Christmas decorations up in my room. I think I may go to Target tomorrow or maybe today if I'm feeling up to it. I honestly, let me not lie, I don't think I'm gonna go today. Regardless, I do really want to read The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I got this recently. This just looks like it would be perfect. I think I'm gonna take a shower and just get back in my bed. Oh, I can't be bothered. Like, the issue is, girl, get it together. The issue is, I used to be able to bounce back quick after pulling an all-nighter. When I was in college, the next day would be nothing. Like, I may be a little sleepy, but now I fully feel like I will not recover from an all-nighter unless I sleep for the entire day or 2 days. I need to catch up on double the sleep that I missed just because I missed one night. Let me just get in the shower. So let's talk about some of the books that I got while I was in New York. I got 6 physical books, but I also got an audiobook and a couple Kindle books. I don't know why I call them Kindle books. I mean ebooks. You get the picture. So this is a little birthday book haul. If the lighting goes in and out, it's because it's late afternoon, and that's what happens in the late afternoon. Starting off, we have Black Friend by Z-Way. If you don't know Z-Way, she's like an online comedian. I love her videos, she's so funny. But this is just a book that's about contemporary culture, exploring what it means to be a Black woman in America, and how all of that works in the American media landscape. I didn't even realize I liked collections of essays until I read John Green's The Anthropocene Reviewed, and I was like, I think this is a type of book that I enjoy. So since I read that, I've been picking up books like this. This is super short. It's total 178 pages, 79 pages, maybe 180 pages, maybe 181 pages, but you get the picture. It's in that range. And I think when I'm really in the mood to read a book that's nonfiction, this will be great. To put us back in a little dystopian mood, I got Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Yes, I said Scythe. If you watched my TikTok video where I was talking about this, I said Scythe, because I thought it was pronounced Scythe. Something about this just was really giving sk, you know? But I'm okay to admit when I'm wrong. But people were dragging me in the comments. Anyway, this book is a dystopian novel set in a world where there's no disease, there's no war, there's basically no death. Unless, of course, you are a scythe. Those are people that are tasked with population control so they can decide who lives and dies. And basically, our 2 main characters, Citra and Rowan, are chosen to apprentice to a scythe. So they're learning the ropes and how to do it. And I'm assuming it's going to get super chaotic. But this is a YA dystopian book. Haven't read one of those in a minute. I think the last dystopian novel I read was Octavia E. Butler's Parable of the Sower. And dystopian is like my favorite subgenre. I also got Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I read the first book in this series before the coffee gets cold. Oh, it's getting bright in here. Okay, exposure. I really wonder how this series is going to continue because I don't know if it's an interconnected standalone series or it's an actual series, like a continuation. But I felt very moved by the first book. It was very warm. It felt almost nostalgic to me. I don't know what I felt nostalgic to, but it was just such a cozy read, and I'm excited to get into the next one. This is a Japanese novel that has been translated into English. It's translated by, where's his name? Usually they put it on the cover, so I'm shocked that it's not on the cover for this. But it was translated from Japanese by Geoffrey Tressello. Oh God, I hope I know I'm not pronouncing that right, rather. Anyway, super excited to get into this. Then to put us in the Christmas mood, I literally just talked about this when I was sitting right over there. The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. This is a small town spicy festive romance. I didn't know that this book series was spicy. She also wrote that book, Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I think it's called. I thought they were just gonna be cozy, innocent little holiday Lifetime reads, but apparently it's spicy. All right, I haven't read a book with smut in it in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. It's been quite some time. So if there's a lot in this, it's gonna piss me off. Hopefully there isn't. It's just basically about these two people who get stranded on a Christmas tree farm, and you know the deal. It's a romance. How much trouble am I gonna get in for saying that I haven't read any Kennedy Ryan yet? This is her most popular book, Before I Let Go. I should have known that I was gonna love this because Tia Williams is blurbed on the front. She said emotional, raw, real, and addictively delicious. And I loved 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. And this is also a second chance romance in the way that 7 Days in June is, and I did not know that. If I had known that prior, I would have picked this book up a long time ago. I am a second chance romance girl. Not in the weird way, not in the way of like, oh, they cheated and they find a way to get back with each other. No. I like a second chance romance, like things just didn't work out because wrong time, wrong place, but it's the right person. That's what I love. And apparently this is that. It's two people who are like co-parenting their kids, and they're just like magnets. They keep getting drawn to each other, and oh, that sounds so good. Kennedy Ryan, I apologize for not reading your book sooner, but I'm gonna get on the train, I promise. And lastly, for the physical books, I bought an Octavia E. Butler book. This is Dawn. One thing I will say in my reading journey, since I started really avidly reading about a year ago, I have discovered that Octavia E. Butler has written more books than I thought she had. Like, I read Kindred when I was in college, and that was such a good book, but I truthfully had only, oh my God, it's so bright in here. I had truthfully only known about Kindred and Parable of the Sower, but this woman has a lot of books. This is about a girl or a woman, one of the two, who wakes up from a deep sleep and she finds herself on a spaceship, and she has really confused memories of a nuclear war that occurred on Earth. Apparently the human race is like damn near extinct, but she was kidnapped by an alien race that's trying to stop human extinction. And so they saved some survivors from Earth that is now a ruined planet, and they put the humans in a coma-like sleep for centuries. Does that not sound like a lot of fun, but also really terrifying? Yes, it does. For my ebooks, I got Legendborn and Bloodmarked. And you may be like, girl, don't you already have the hardcover, the paperback? Yes, I do. But having the ebook is really convenient because when I want to do my rereads before the third book comes out in March, I'm going to be able to read them on my Kindle. And the font in the books, the physical books, is so small that having it on my Kindle will save my life. The books are unfortunately getting too popular to the point where if I wanted to get them on Libby to read them on my Kindle, I would be waiting until 2027. So we just got the Kindle versions of the books. I literally got them for $1.99 each. So how was I going to pass that up? $4 for 2 books? You would not pass up that opportunity. That's for damn sure. I know that. And lastly, for the audiobook, and I'm almost done with this audiobook actually, thank you very much, is Ali Hazelwood's Two Can Play. It's a really short, I think it's like 4 hours total, audiobook that she put out back in October, I want to say, maybe September. I think October. And it's like a gamer romance. And I didn't expect it to be also kind of a holiday type of vibe, but there's a little bit of a holiday moment in there as well. That is super good so far. I will be an Allie Hazelwood apologist till the day I die. The woman can do absolutely no wrong. Anyway, those are all of the books that I got for my birthday, and now that I'm out of this slump, I know I keep talking about it, but truthfully, being in that reading slump was the worst thing ever. So I'm going to celebrate being out of it and having the will to read again. Good morning. It is fully 1 p.m. Yeah, I stayed up so late because I was finishing my Christmas list. Don't look at my hair. Please don't look at my hair. This is literally insane. I was finishing my Christmas list and I was listening to my audiobook, Two Can Play. And what's funny about last night is because I took a nap so late, I was up until 5:30 in the morning. So I actually finished 2 books. I finished Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio and I finished Two Can Play by Allie Hazelwood. We're in the opposite of whatever a slump is right now, and it feels really damn good. So I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on both of the books that I finished last night in the wee hours of the morning. What's funny is I didn't give either of them full ratings or ratings really at all on Goodreads because I don't know why it feels wrong to rate novellas the same as I do full-length novels. Oh my god, I can't look at myself like this anymore. I need to put my hair up. So I haven't really decided what my practice is gonna be with that, so I just kind of left them alone. I can tell you what my feelings were like while I was reading them. I just feel like if you're writing a shorter book, it's a lot harder to have the character development that you need to and all of these different things. To be fair, I think that in Two Can Play, she did a really good job with the amount of time that she had. I had a really good time with that. At first, I wanted to rate it like 3.25 stars just because it felt like the ending was a little bit rushed. But then I'm like, okay, what can I expect from a 4-hour audiobook? So I wasn't like too pressed about that. I enjoyed it, especially the first half. I freaking loved the first half of it. I just felt like the ending was a little weaker than it could have been. It's basically about 2 people who work at like rivaling gaming companies, and there's this external company that's trying to make this video game, and their 2 companies are vying for the opportunity to make the game. Essentially, they have a long history of knowing each other from conventions and things like that, and there's some animosity and some disconnect, miscommunication with them, if you will. If you don't like miscommunication, don't listen to that audiobook. It's chock full of miscommunication. I never understand why people say they don't like miscommunication, because that's what drives a book sometimes. Human beings miscommunicate. I don't understand the issue. Anyway, like I was saying, our 2 main characters, Viola and Jesse, they have a little bit of a past, not like an actual past, just a history of miscommunicating about how they feel about each other just in a professional setting. She thinks that he hates her. And so basically they end up going on this retreat because it's been decided by like the team leads that they need to do bonding, because the best way for them to both get the opportunity to make this game is if they join forces, because Team 1 is, or I should say Company 1 is better at doing one part of developing a game, and the other team is better at doing another type of game development. So then they were like, okay, for us to properly make this game, for us to have the best shot at getting the opportunity to do this, we should join forces. But both of the teams really don't like each other, so they end up going to this like ski resort and having this bonding retreat, and that's kind of how the ball gets rolling for our 2 main characters. It was super fun. Sometimes I don't want to take what I'm reading too seriously, and I think that Allie Hazelwood does a really good job with writing engaging books that I don't get bored while I'm reading them. Like, I want to binge them. She writes bingeable books. So I don't know if I'm going to give it a star rating, but I am going to say that I enjoyed it and I would definitely recommend it to people. Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. The name M.L. Rio may sound familiar because she wrote If We Were Villains, and this is her most popular book. I'm shocked I haven't read this book yet because I know it's dark academia. I've been really interested in Shakespeare lately because I saw Romeo and Juliet on Broadway. So I'm intrigued by this and I really want to pick it up. However, I will say this, it's 100 100 pages. It was not bad. The plot was interesting. I just wish that it was longer. But I would still recommend it to people because I thought that the concept was super interesting. It's about 5 night shift workers at a cemetery, and one night they find that a grave has been dug up. Our late shift workers are a bartender, a rideshare driver, a hotel receptionist, the unofficial steward of the derelict church that looms over them, and the editor-in-chief of the college paper, always in search of a story. They find this fresh open grave where no grave should be, but who dug it and for whom? Aspects of this are very similar to The Last of Us, like the video game / TV show on HBO. I can never think of fungus the same. You know, this was super chilling and creepy, and it did a really good job of keeping you on the edge of your seat. But this felt like it could have been a full-length novel. Maybe not full length, maybe another 100 pages. I feel like we just could have done a lot more with it. There were a lot of times throughout this where it felt like to get from plot point A to plot point B, it was a very quick jump. But I was really locked in on like what's gonna happen next. I really wanted to know. I read this book pretty quickly. I think if I count like cumulatively how long it took me to read it took me like 2 hours. In conclusion, the 2 of these books I would recommend to people as good end of year, like meet your reading goal books. I'm just not usually a novella reader, so I don't know kind of where I stand on rating those in comparison to full-length novels. Right now, I really want to go to Dunkin', and I think I'm also going to go to Target, but I really just want a couple Christmas decor things. We have some things in the basement that I'm going to reuse, but I don't have like a decorative pillow. I don't have little knickknacks, and I really want those to get into the holiday season, the holiday vibe. In terms of what I'm going to read next, I think I'm just going to continue reading The Dragon Republic. I put that on pause for a while, and I'm glad I did because I got through 2 books, and that makes me feel really good about meeting my reading goal. But I still want to finish The Dragon Republic, and I'm going to continue reading it on my Kindle because this is a chunky book, and I am overwhelmed by this. I was actually just about to leave, but then I got a package in the mail from Amazon's editors. They sent me some of the best books of 2024 based off of what types of genres I already like to read. So let's do a little unboxing and see what the editors think is right up my alley. Okay, so they sent me this little tote, and it says, Best Amazon Editors, Best Books of 2024. And then on this side it says, Turning Pages, Catching Feelings. Are we really? Okay, this is actually so funny. I already have one of the books they sent. Okay, so they have them all nice and wrapped up like so. Merry Christmas to me. Why can't I unwrap this? I may have to just cut. Oh, I got it. Never mind. I was about to get violent and cut it open. First one, The Boys of Riverside, A Deaf Football Team and a Quest for Glory by Thomas Fuller. I've actually heard about this book. I can't remember where I heard about it. Maybe it was literally from when I went to an Amazon event and I saw the book there. That could be a possibility. Before I even read this, I'm gonna recommend it to my brother because I feel like this is something he'd really enjoy. They also sent me Leigh Bardugo's The Familiar, which I've read it. It has the black sprayed edges. The cover of this is absolutely stunning. I did read this in April when it came out, and I wasn't the biggest fan, and I'm a big fan of all of Leigh Bardugo's books that I've read so far, particularly Ninth House and Hellbent in the Alex Stern trilogy. But I told myself I'm going to give this book another chance because I feel like I just read it at the wrong point of the year. And then they sent me Wedding People by Alison Espach. I think that's how you pronounce it, Espach. Help me. This has been really popular throughout the year, and I actually have no idea what it's about. Okay, it says a propulsive and uncommonly wise novel about one unexpected wedding guest and the surprising people who help her start anew. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island, when Phoebe Stone arrives at the Grand Cornwall Inn, wearing a green dress and gold heels, not a bag in sight, alone. She's immediately mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at the Cornwall who isn't there for the big event. Phoebe is here because she's dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband, only now she's here without him, at rock bottom and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield, except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the two women can't stop confiding in each other. In turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender, Alison Espach's The Wedding People is ultimately an incredibly nuanced and resonant look at the winding paths we take to places we never imagined, and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to reroute us. That actually sounds really fire. Really looking forward to this. Thanks, Amazon editors. Y'all are killing it. Double checking, is it decaf?
Yeah, and almond milk.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I always have to double check that it's decaf espresso.
Okay, this is the moment of truth. I usually get an iced cookie butter latte because those have been really hitting for me. There's so much sugar in them, like, don't get me wrong. But I try not to get all the extra stuff, like the cookie crumble and the whatever, because the sugar is already so overload that if I got it frequently, it would probably kill me. See, this is the perfect amount of sweetness. And it tastes like decaf. Sometimes at Dunkin', I'm not gonna lie, you tell them decaf and they'll put extra espresso in it. So I'm glad this time around. Oh, of course the truck is gonna come and be super loud behind me. That's so perfect. Thank you. Why do you kind of look at me though? I usually love to get the turkey, sausage, egg, and cheese from Dunkin' when I want something like savory. This hits the spot. It's literally steaming. Can you see that? As Keith Lee would say, 9 out of 10.
I actually don't need a mirror. Well, I do need a mirror, but these are $25. That's really tempting. In reality, I don't have a mirror in my room. I just don't need to be buying one right now. Looking good, queen, looking good. Okay, so the goal for decor is I want to have stuff that I can leave up after Christmas. And I feel like things like snowflakes or just anything generally wintry will be perfect for that. I just don't want to have anything too Christmassy because I want it to last. Something like this is perfect, you know? In terms of actual Christmas stuff, I have stuff at home that I can reuse. We're saving money. We're not overspending. I love a Woodwick candle. Honestly, the actual Woodwick brand, waste of money. Just get the generic, like Target Threshold brand. They do the same thing. These are legitimately $16 for the smallest one and $25 for the largest one. You don't need all that. You can even get like a 2-pack of these Threshold ones for $10. The biggest one is $18. The smallest one is $12. I'm realizing I need to go upstairs and get a cart or a basket because I did not get one. I think I'm gonna go with this one because it's big enough to make it look like I have more Christmassy or like festive stuff on my bed than I actually do. Because I don't want to buy too many Christmas pillows. Hey, it's literally 10 p.m. I feel like that's a trend that you see throughout my videos is me being like, hey guys, saw you 5 hours ago. Well, you know. But I wanted to do a little haul of the things that I got when I was at Target. Some things changed since the last time I saw you, so. I'm also watching Jack Edwards on the TV, but the exposure is so bright so you really can't see anything. So basically what happened at Target was I picked up that pillow and it didn't have a tag on it. I went to the self-checkout, I scanned the pillow. The pillow was $35. Absolutely not. In what world is a throw pillow, one singular throw pillow that's about 20 inches by 20 inches, $30? I almost ran to the person who checks, like helps the people at self-checkout and told her to take that off my bill. I said no. No. But I did still get a couple things. So I got the taper candles and I thought the green and white were really cute for my room. And I have the holders, like the little medieval looking holders. I have them in gold and I have old pink candles. Oh my God, all the dried wax on the side is falling on the ground. Okay, but I bought pink ones earlier this year and they are completely obliterated. So I need to take them out. When I bought the pink ones, I had to shave down the sides at the bottom a little bit so that it would fit. Fingers crossed. And it was $10 for a 4-pack. Then I got an Octobuddy because since I got a new phone, I haven't had an Octobuddy and it's honestly been getting in the way. Like I need to be able to stick my phone on anything and film, duh. So I got this black one. And then I did end up getting the vanilla and bergamot, however you say it, Threshold Woodwick candle. Ugh. I love Woodwick. Okay, y'all, I'm going to read for the rest of the night and honestly just edit and chill. I hope you guys had a lovely day. Vlogmas is almost over, but I will say this. Vlogmas has jump-started me when it comes to my YouTube journey. So I will be posting more consistently because I proved to myself if I can do it every single day or every other day, I can surely do it once a week. So more to come. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!